Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Doozie and Brandon, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Doozie's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivation that we're giving her when we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Brandon is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any little correction that's needed, and the only adjustment that we give is a little tug and release on her training collar, and she's going to go home with her very own training equipment. We're also going to provide you with a clicker because we are using a clicker and treats as a reward for her. She is sitting very nicely at Brandon's left, and the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Doozie heel. Now there's a couple secrets to keeping your dog heeling. One of them is to keep her head up off the ground. You want her to stay focused on you, not forging ahead, and when you stop your feet, she's been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for her next command. So when you're walking down the street with her, you should be able to do a nice leisurely walk. Brandon every once in a while will give her a little click to keep her focused, and when he stops, she sits. So when you stop to cross traffic or talk to someone, she should be sitting nicely at your left to wait for her next command. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you, we're trying to do this before it gets too hot, is the sit stay. So she's sitting, left open palm, about an inch or two from her muzzle, and the one-word firm command to stay. Your homework will be to lengthen out the amount of time she can hold it and the distance that you can go. When Brandon returns back to her, he will walk right back to her shoulders. He gives her a click for a good job. And don't do too much heeling, Brandon, because I don't want her to fade. Nice sit. Stay again. And you can practice these commands indoors as well as outdoors, especially as you're learning them. She knows them, but you're learning them. So you want to take your victories as you can get them, and sometimes working in the house is more comfortable. There's no bugs, it's not humid, and you're still practicing. This time, instead of returning to her, Brandon will call her, and this is your recall or come on command. And she's supposed to come and sit. This is always a happy command, and you can give her a treat for coming when called. And Brandon will demonstrate that again for you. He leaves her in the stay. He turns to face her. Almost the full extent of his 6-foot leash. And then he calls her, and it's Doozie, come, happy voice. She comes and sits. She likes her mat. We have a mat out here for her down commands. So the next commands that we are going to be demonstrating are her lay down commands. We use the one-word command to down. And you can clearly see that. Use food, Brandon. Use a treat. There you go. A little slow with that down. She can do it perfectly when she wants to, and she likes the place. So the idea of having a visual for her like a mat or a dog bed is great, because that's go to place, down, and stay. 3 commands that you can knock out all at one time. Brandon can either return back to her or call her, so he returns back to her this time. He heels her out of that. She willingly gets up and heels with him. He's going to bring her back to the mat again, and you're going to find that with very little more practice, she will automatically lay down when she's on her mat. So your goal would be a couple minute long sit stay and a 3 or 4 minute long down stay for where she is developmentally right now. And this helps her to see you as the pack leader and as her performing skills for you. And Brendan will call her out of that. Good girl. So we've demonstrated for you her heel, her auto sit, her sit and stay, her sit, stay, come, her down and stay, and her down, stay, and come. These are the commands that you should practice with her. Use your video as your guide. We want to thank you for choosing Nora's. She's done a great job, and we will see you this afternoon.